Okay, rough start at the video because my phone just fell off for a few seconds. But at the same time, you read the title and you might be thinking like, what does this mean? What do you mean by emotion? Well, time to like leak some secret out of myself and then like wait for somebody to find about it. Maybe after my death, people will see this video as something interesting about myself, but not really sure. But still, but I want to explain something that is actually a very big secret. Okay, I have split personality emotion, and based on Seven Cursed Child, is actually based on Seven Deadly Sins. Now I want to explain something. Okay, each character that I'm making in this story is actually not real. Okay, and I'm gonna say it specifically, every single one of them that is an emotion are actually secretly my personality, okay? For example, the character that I'm making currently that I kind of forgot about is Chloe. Chloe is actually based on my sloth, my laziness, that every single time where I just want to sleep and do nothing, that's basically her, okay? Chloe is supposed to be a character that supposed to have to fulfill her father and mother wish to go to the toughest hill on north to wish for them to have uh, a very good afterlife because they have to sacrifice themselves for Chloe. It's complicated, but the story is still work in progress, okay? I'm just gonna explain each story that I'm making is based by myself, okay? They are basically just something to write and something really fun that I wanted to make, okay? Seven Cursed Child is one of the story that I wanted to make big so that everybody like hear everything about me. I want when I wanted to die, I wanted so that everybody that is in my life to be a part of the story, a part of something bigger than nothing. Seven Cursed Child basically based on my emotion, and one of these characters is actually Shota. I mainly use Shota as my character in basically a lot of things, okay? And the main reason why is because I'm mainly similar to Shota. Shota is supposed to be a character that mainly become the sin of lust, the sin of love, okay? His characteristic is that he is beloved and given love often, too many times until to the point that he's too scared of being loved. Okay, it's complicated, but just stick with me. Okay, every single character that I'm making is basically supposed to base on me. One of these characters are actually based on my old self. Okay, which is fire, the deadly sin of wrath. Fire is supposed to basically be me right now. Okay, like the one that is talking to you right now is basically fire, okay, but the main story is that fire is supposed to be the story where a person needs to contain their anger no matter what, no matter the situation, even when they lose someone they love, even when they are feeling the most painful and agonizing pain. That pain and that hatred and that anger needs to be contained. In the end of the story is basically a version of myself, a version that myself that I think will basically be a very good person. Okay, the one that can control his anger. There are also many other. One of these character actually from my greed. Okay, Jessica. Jessica is supposed to be a character that just steals stuff and basically do a lot of things. But the thing is, Jessica is basically not actually like myself because I don't really have anything greedy. Okay, so basically, uh, to exchange that, Jessica main story that I'm making is that she will steal, but only to give to others. The main thing about this is that same thing goes to me. Okay, I might have overworked myself and give something away to my friend because I care more about them than myself. All right. There has been many things that happens to be similar to that. Okay. my hard work or something that I just got, and somebody really really needs it, and if I can give it to them, then I will. Okay, Robux or anything else, I will give it to them, even if I have to use my own money. Okay, that's basically like charity. But still, other character that I'm making right now is Ruby, the gluttony sin. Okay, Ruby is basically based on one of the most painful sin that I can not contain. Okay, so basically, the story of Ruby is supposed to be that uh, she lives, she was heading to her grandma house. And also, by the way, before I continue the story, the concept of the story, I wanted to say Ruby is based on My Little uh, Red Little Riding Hood, okay? Which the name character was based on Mobile Legend. I know it is stupid, okay? Based on a game, based on a story, but still, okay. The main story is that she was wandering through the woods and she has a common habit of basically being hungry. One of the thing that she does in the forest is that she ate her grandma food because she got lost, and after she ran out of food, she decided to like scavenge and eat a mushroom. This mushroom lead to her to learn cannibalism. Alright? And this cannibalism leads to her eating humans. Now, later in the story, I wanted to make it so that she will basically learn how to contain her own hunger because she doesn't want to like endanger anybody else, like because of her hunger. Okay, she does get tempted whenever anybody is bleeding or basically somebody get their arm chopped off in the story. She will probably be the most gore or basically the most horrifying look in the story. But there's also like other character that I wanted to talk about, specifically Jason. Okay, Jason is based on me. Okay, specifically the reason why is that he's wearing glasses, he has black hair, he looks like he just very tired, and that's the same avatar that I'm using right now as my Roblox avatar. Okay, just imagine that. Okay, uh, he's basically like an overworked person that basically has no gift. Okay, he was born with the worst type of situation. He has no mother, father. He is adopted, and he doesn't even have that much money. And that's the thing. He worked hard, but he doesn't get much, while others is gifted. Others gets powers. Others gets jobs. Others gets more potential and even education than him. But even when he work hard, nothing results. Okay, but one day later in the story, that envy will disappear, and I wanted to make it so that his story is that he lived happily ever after. He doesn't suffer anymore because his hard work is paid off. Okay, there's also a character that I'm currently working on, which is Leo, where it's basically based on classes. Okay, the more hard work that you did as Leo, the more rewarded you are. In his story, he basically has to go through these coliseum where he has to fight people to get into a higher class. The thing is that the classes that they get is kind of unfair. Okay, the weak goes to the worst place, and the strong will live in a very happy area where they can be called legends, and they become strongest and known throughout history. And basically like this coliseum will always start every year, and every time you win a coliseum you get higher class, but if you lost you get downgraded, so like upgraded, downgraded if you win the coliseum or not. Like it's basically a competition to become a better living expense. Okay, and that's the thing, every single one of them is special because it's based on my emotion. And I know it's kind of weird to brag around about, but still, it's the thing that I wanted to be special, to be known throughout the world. Okay, but the only problem is that this story can only be told in visual, not like in like light novel. I cannot really draw, I cannot really do anything. All I want is this singular imagination of myself to be spread around the world, to be famous, to be well known around the world. Every character, every single one, I wanted to be special. I wanted this dream to come true, no matter what. Okay, even if it looks impossible, I want to show you this singular video so that you can at least help me out of it, okay? This story, I'm working every single thing, okay? A mechanic where magic and like everything will work together, okay? It will not make sense, but it will make sense. This is fiction that I wanted to make to be the best type of fiction story that I've ever made, okay? I wanted to create a story so perfect that nobody can say it's bad, okay? There is so much more to the story that I'm making. The main character that I'm making right now is basically Fire, Leo, Ruby, and then there's also like Jason. Hold on, let me just remember. Shota, hold on. Jessica, and hold on. Raph, Reed, Sloth. Okay, hold on. I need to remember. Hold on. Let me just pause this video real quick so that I can recap everything. I think I forgot about telling about the Shota story. Okay. So let's see. We got Raph, Sloth, Envy, and Sloth. Okay, hold on. Raph. Hold on. I need to remember. Okay, hold on. Okay, I was repeating the same thing over and over and over, and turns out I was correct. It was Shota. I already explained the rest of the other cast. Okay, so basically, Raph is Fire, Pride is Leo, Sloth is Chloe, Envy is Jason, Greed is Jessica, uh, Gluttony was Ruby, and Lust was Shota. I think I got it correct, but still. Okay, but another thing, I forgot about the Shota story, okay? So basically, Shota will be based on a kid that was forced to be a hero, okay? He is reincarnated as a hero, but turns out he was still a child. He was weak. He was fragile. The only thing about his passive is that anybody that is close to him or like take care of him will be get more attracted every single second they're staying close to them. So basically, like the longer you're staying near Shota, you become more attracted to him. Okay, hold on, I'm telling a story. Shut the fuck up. So basically, Shota will basically become a character that will base on love and stuff, but it's kind of complicated. Okay, uh, I wanted this story to be expanded around the world. Okay, this will be big. The only problem is that I cannot explain it in a single video too fast. And also, shut the fuck up. My sister is on the door. Okay, so like I gotta like make this a hurry. But still, this story I wanted it to be special. Okay, this story will basically be based on my emotion and my personal experience in life, and I wanted so that I can share it in a video so that I can tell you guys if you guys are interested if this story becomes a public thing. Okay, I know it's just a single video with every explanation and stuff about it, but I wanted to make it clear that this video is specifically just to explain the story that I'm making that is almost completed. I've been working on this ever since I was like 13 or 14 when I was in middle school, and it was all started because a girl in my classroom complimented on my drawing of a cat. Okay, it's a long story. Okay, it all started with a singular picture of a cat, and then it began fuck off. It began to basically shape. Okay, it was supposed to be like a cartoon type of comic. It was supposed to be like the title of this channel, which is Doggo webcomic, but it was scrap. Okay, it was later changed into Fireblocks. It was later changed to Devil Child, and then it was changed because my sister wanted it to basically be renamed to be something more appropriate, and I changed it to a Seven Cursed Child because I wanted it to be representing seven deadly sins. Devil Child was supposed to be called because it's seven devil child with different type of sin on each other, and these sins will basically become their main passive or like their main power and their most special trait. Okay, but anyways, that's everything that I wanted to say. Thank you for watching everything, and I will speak yet again about magic probably tomorrow or basically like another day, but for now I'm just wanted to share everything that I just said toward you guys. Okay, and I wanted to thank you for everything that you've done for just watching this whole video. So yeah, thank you.